Hello, welcome to the River Rock Law YouTube channel. I also wanted to do a video. I had done a couple of real estate videos this week, but of course I want to keep up to date with respect to my wills and estates areas. And I actually had somebody talk to me and wanting to know kind of the difference between your standard enduring power of attorney and of course what's called an immediate enduring power of attorney. So to be clear, enduring power of attorney, we're talking about, of course, somebody who you appoint to make financial decisions for you while you're alive but mentally incompetent. Okay, so generally speaking, most of the time when you do a power of attorney, specifically an enduring power of attorney, if you're of good health, people usually opt for your standard enduring power of attorney, which is only going to come into effect upon at least one medical doctor, is the default that I use, putting it into place. And so that means there's been a capacity assessment and the doctor says, I just don't think that they really understand the consequences of their decisions. So maybe this is a situation where I've seen it with dementia, where people are kind of fall prey, and this sounds horrible, but they fall prey to people calling on the phone from various charities, and they start giving away lots of money, not remembering really how much money they have, how much money they need to live, or that maybe they've actually already donated to several charities that month already. So that's an example. And so of course you do a capacity assessment with someone like a geriatric psychiatrist, and they say, we just don't think that mom, dad, aunt, uncle, whoever it is, really understands what they're doing with their money anymore. So we're going to put that into effect. The other option is what we call an immediate enduring power of attorney. And so rather than having to wait for a doctor to put it into effect after doing a capacity assessment and finding that the maker of the document no longer understands the consequences of their financial decisions, an immediate power of attorney is in effect as soon as it's signed. So that document is particularly helpful for either elderly clients or clients that have mobility issues. So people who are on oxygen tanks, people who are on wheelchairs, fibromyalgia. I've actually even used immediate powers of attorney for our men and women in service, because if, of course, they're in, whether it's in a foreign country or they've been shipped off to another province and they're on some form of tour and something needs to be signed, well, of course, they're mentally competent, so a standard enduring power of attorney isn't going to help. But meanwhile, the spouse that's back here trying to deal with the bank or whoever else needs a signature from the spouse and can't get one. So I've used that in that circumstance as well. Those are particularly helpful. I find that clients usually find out that they need to have an immediate power of attorney after their adult son or daughter, meaning well, end up going to the bank and try and use mom and dad's debit card to either take out cash or to pay a bill. And usually if they go to a teller instead of the ATM, they get absolutely reamed out by the teller, because you're not supposed to use mom or dad's card, okay? Like, it's an agreement. You're not that client on that account. Whereas if you had an immediate power of attorney, or rather you do one and then provide it to your child can take that to the bank and talk to your banker and say, okay, I'm going to be handling mom's transactions from now on. It's just too difficult for her to get out of the house. So that's definitely something that we can assist with here at River Rock Law. I hope that helps give some clarity as to the difference between your standard enduring power of attorney and your immediate one, and what kind of situations would be more optimal for you to consider signing immediate power of attorney. Any questions at all, please don't hesitate to drop me a line. You can reach me at jennifer@riverrocklaw.ca and check out my website at www.riverrocklaw.ca. Thanks so much. Until next time, cheers.